Hey guys, Grutz here, and welcome back to the Dozercraft SMP server. And we are in Spawn. And also, as you can see, I got a different skin on. Yeah, lost the lab coat. It's not completely gone, I've just updated my skin for 1.8. So now I can actually go into the options and put this all back on. There we go. So that's what I look like without my lab coat on. So I'll just quickly take that off. And I gotta say, this is the second time I've recorded this. The first time, for some reason, my mic did not pick up any audio. So that sucked. But anyway, I'm gonna try it again. Server's nice and peaceful at the minute. Thericha's just left, so I'm the only person on. So first thing I'm going to do is just get rid of the night. Ah, right, that's better. Nice new day, sun coming up. Alright, so this is the Dozercraft's new spawn area, and this here is right at the very centre of where we're spawned in. Dozer's got plans for that, so at the minute it's all sort of caged off so no one can damage it. So what do I have around about? I'm not going to do a full tour. I'm just going to point and show different things here and there. So up there, that is Quantum Adder's place. Then we have Connor's Block Exchange shop. And some noisy sheep. Now if we head over this way, up on the hill there, that's Detroit Tiger's place, and down there's Monkey's place. This is the makeshift communal zombie grinder. Then further around the corner, we've got Cowman living there. He's having a few connection problems at the minute, so he can't get on and progress as much as he'd like to. Over there is Thericha's house. Above that, I believe, is SB's place. That only just came up yesterday. I haven't really seen much of it. The wheat, potato, carrot farm that Thericha made is here. And if we get round the back of this place, you have the tower, which belongs to Necrofetish, yeah, I believe. Just beside that is Unreal's little house. And over here, I believe, is Connor's house. Yeah. So, mine and Jack's place in relation here is just behind these mountains, about 200 blocks away. And we have a tunnel in between the wheat farm and Thericha's house that Thericha dug all the way through the mountain, and that goes direct to our place. So this place here that I've skirted around is my spawn place, and I'm a little bit gutted because I did build on camera with this and it didn't save it. So anyway, I'm going to do a little time lapse here of just building, and then we'll have a proper look around it. Alright, cool. So, hopefully you got a little bit clips of me building this. Now, I know a lot of it won't have been on that video, like the fencing around the outside, all the extra trees, but you'll get an idea of what's going on. So, I've called this Camp Redstone. It's a protective nature reserve, and just my name so people know where I live. I wish everyone on the server would put signs on their houses so you knew whose place belonged to whose. Anyway, what I've gone for here is a very rustic feel, like a little rustic campsite. So I've used the spruce half slabs for stepways, the coarse dirt, I love that stuff for paths, and a lot of these giant oak trees with some normal sized ones thrown in around. And then we've just bone mealed the hell out of everywhere. Some of it I've made sort of 2 high, some of it just 1 high, and every so often I've dotted a few sort of bushes around the bottom of the trees. I need to add a few more of them. But that's my first place. This is my little fishing lake, well, pond. And I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. Got some extra high sugar cane, which actually starts out in the water then goes up. Me waterfall over there, which in this area, if you notice at the beginning of the time lapse, there's no trees here whatsoever. The lake's a little bit littler, and it does have the hill there. But the hill doesn't have a waterfall, so what I did was I just dug like a little 2x3 pool up here. That's what collects the water even though the tree's in the way. And then it flows down and goes under the little bridge into the pond below. And I've carried this coarse dirt on all around the pathways and put a little jetty in. I think that looks pretty cool. Let's see if I can get out. Yeah, like I say, I've used the coarse dirt to put like a path all the way around this. And around the back is just trees, overgrown area. May get used eventually, but not at the minute. Then we go down around the actual camp, and then there's another way in and out over this side. And it just says exactly the same thing as the other side. Right, cool. So I went with the dark oak logs around the outside with fencing on top, just so it breaks up the colours a bit. Same with the logs for sitting on at the campfire. I went with dark oak on there. Then we have netherrack burning underneath the cauldron, and I think that makes like a really good campfire. Got my sleeping bag here for when it's nice weather so I can sleep outside in the stars. I have a little bit of storage with my crafting table and furnace, and that's all under some tarpaulin here. You notice the vines here and here. I only added them so I could place the carpet on top. I did have string at first, but it was awkward getting into the chests. So I switched it out for the vines. Now, I don't think it looks too bad. Then you can see around the back of it, I have fence posts either side and then string in the middle just to hang it. And it's got a really cool effect. Then we have the main tent, which is, yeah, bog standard tent really. There's not really many different designs you can do for tents in Minecraft, so it's just your basic triangle. Put the coarse dirt all the way throughout the floor here just to give the impression that it's been trampled a lot and turned to mud. And a couple of beds here. Ignore that chest for now. It's something I was just thinking about and planning for the future. But yeah, that is Camp Redstone. And of course, because it's called Camp Redstone, I am going to have something redstoney in this place. Can't be too bad because spawn's right there, and I don't want anything that's going to lag the server or anything. So what I'm thinking is going underground here, like a secret entrance to get underground, using slime blocks to get down and up, and probably an auto fisher underneath here, because it does remind us of a little fishing pond thing, and I do have me rods. I caught that one. That's me fish that I've caught. I don't really do much fishing, but I think it would be nice to have like a little AFK secure room under there where I can just fish when I'm AFK. I've had a think about it, and I think the best place to do the auto fisher would be, this is the natural place to fish from, so I'm figuring below here. So what I've done is, in this block I've dug out a bit of space, and it's going to be down there. This room was already here. This was somebody's hidey hole from the first night that was reset the map, so that might come in handy. But I think before anything else, I need to find a good way up and down here, even before doing the auto fisher. The slime launch pads go sort of 5.5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually the sticky's going to go one down, the slime block will go on it, which means that, and that one will all have to be another material, something that can't be moved by a slime block. Right, so we know that needs to be there. I'm going to have to chuck a crafting table down here, and I know I'm going to need one of them. I'm going to have to hope 3 of them's enough. So they'll go like that. I think that looks quite cool. To be honest, I think this may actually end up being a wall and this will be hidden. But for now I'll just leave it like that. So let's just put a dot of this here. Nope. And then get back out of here. So if we stand here, perfect. What I don't want to do is this, and then try to get it back in place. That's too much of a faff on. Okay, so another sticky piston. And we'll want this when it's extended to grab that block. Okay. Now what we're basically doing here is making a jeb door where jeb doors usually, jeb doors usually you'd hit a button and the blocks will pull back and then go into the side. We're doing the same thing, but we're pulling the block down, and then we're going to have a couple of pistons pull it back this way. Now what I am going to need here is some wall materials, because I'm probably going to want to power this by hitting the block on here or the block on that side. I've decided to go with the spruce wood on the walls. I think it looks quite cool. So what I need this to do is when you fire that, as you can see there's a piston above my head at the minute, and that's the piston holding that block, which is the floor block. So usually that'll be extended and these will be extended. Actually, can I make them like that now? Make this a lot easier if I set it how it's meant to be. Let's just put that up there. Put that across there. Right. So, with it being a Jeb door, you know roughly what your timings are going to be, because it's quite a standard door that everyone uses. For example, this side will have no delay whatsoever, and usually it's just a couple of ticks different on that one. So if I put a lever in, and just for now I'll take these blocks out so we can see what's going on. Yeah, not that one, because the power's going into that one. Right, so the floor block is in place. Then when we take this down, it's open. Now what I need to do is, that needs to go, when that pushes, that needs to lift up. So that needs to activate it. Therefore, I'm thinking this thing will be better wired the other direction. So the next thing we need to do is pull the wire in over this direction. So as default, I want that thing closed. Now it should just be a case of bringing the signal up here, and then it's going to be riding the thing and trying not to smash your head on it. It's going to be trial and error on what the actual timings are going to be. And up. Right, so if we come around here now and press this, I guess we'll just from the button press there seems to be a delay needed. So let's look at this again. Yeah, see that? It's pushing you up before it pulls that back, so the button cannot be straight here, and there needs to be a delay before it actually gets on there. So can we have the button on here? Don't see why not. And then up. Then let's have a look at that one. That looks a bit better. Yeah, but I don't want that bounce. We're going to try a stone button. It might be that the wooden buttons have got too much delay on them, because they hold everything open longer. So let's try this. Aha! A little bit derpy when you sort of land on here, but yeah, it's the effect I want. I've tidied it up a bit, put the wood all the way around so that's all you can see. I probably will change this out for glowstone once I've got some over here, but at the minute it's just gonna actually not glowstone. Glowstone will move. Pumpkin will not move, I don't think, so I'll switch out for pumpkin. Right, so the idea I had was fire yourself out here, and we know this is the block to stand on, and obviously I don't want to put like a lever there or something like that. But I was looking at this tree here and thinking it would be cool if I just throw an item at the tree and that activates it. So first things first would be two of them. So we'll have a stair right there, and that'll be gone, and that is where we'll put the chest. So for now, a bit of cobble, just so I can carry on working, because I don't have chests on this, but I know I've got loads in my chest. So we'll have that there, that there. This one here. Now this this hopper up here, I'm actually going to put a minecart with a hopper in it. And hopefully, unless something's changed in the snapshot, that should suck anything that lands on there out. Then what we can do is, as the item passes through back down into the chest, we can take a reading right here with a comparator. So if we take that out of the way, put that there, this on it, and then cover it up again. I'll switch that for the chest I just picked up, and then the items with through should be in here. Cool. So the only thing we'll have left to do is detect as an item goes past, which is this signal here. That will power that. We then need to extend the signal and bring it back down onto there, I believe, like so. So that'll stop anything looping this way around. Item goes through, powers that, that'll take it. Yeah, that should work in theory. So let's give that a try. And then throw an item in. What's happening is I'm dropping down, but then the sticky below is just firing it straight back up again. But that's where it's catching. It's sending the signal back that way, and we can't be having that. What we'll do is we'll put one straight underneath, and then have the torch on that. That opens it. We'll pass that into there, which will send the signal down here. Let's take this out, replace that, and then do that. So any item that goes through here, as you hear, opens the door. And then we can do the same thing from this side, coming from this direction. And up. Down. Up. Down. Alright, sorted. So now we've got that sorted, the next thing we'll be working on the actual auto fisher. But I think I'm going to leave that for the next episode. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you next time. See ya!